Get Gutsy, episode number 230 Playdates and Sleepovers in Your Business. Welcome to Get Gutsy. I'm your host, Jenny Fennig, and I am so excited to be on this journey with you. A cutting-edge show blending business and spirituality, Get Gutsy serves up a potent blend of stories, lessons, and tips to help you make a massive impact in the world through your soul's work and your inspired life. No more going it alone, no more excuses. The world needs more brave women saying yes to leadership. Are you with me? Good. Let's get gutsy now. Hey there, Jenny here. So happy to connect with you today on Get Gutsy. We are in October, aren't we? It's one of my favorite months. I love it. My husband has a birthday this month. There's so many fall festivals around here. The leaves are changing. We are really in a new season. And how are you? How are you doing? I have to be real with you. Over the weekend, I had a hard day. This past Sunday was hard for me. Stephen was gone for most of the day at a training for hockey coaches. Both of our sons play hockey. And I was feeling really sad about one of my friends. Her name is JJ. She's in the hospital and she's fighting for her life right now. Prayers welcome for her. Definitely bringing a circle of love to her and anyone else in your world or for you if you're in a challenging place right now. And on this particular day, the weather outside, it was gray, it was chilly, and I simply wanted to just stay inside and do a whole lot of nothing by myself. Okay, that's what I wanted. And I have 3 young kids, and they were all here. And they're not the biggest fans of me being by myself, doing nothing for the entire day. Or if that is attempted, the house gets destroyed. You know how it is. And here's what happened. I did some writing, which always makes me feel better. I rode on my Peloton bike, which is inside the house. And gosh, I did this incredible new ride with Allie Love. If you're a Peloton person like me, you know what I'm talking about. She got a new ride. It's called Sundays with Love. Okay, check that out. It'll freaking rock your world like it did mine. And I let the kids fend for themselves for a bit. And then I said, you know what? If we don't get out of the house now, it's not going to happen. And I felt like getting out would be good for all of us. And so I decided to take them to the corn maze down the road. I live in the country and we have a corn maze. And I said, all right, we'll go on an adventure to this corn maze. And wouldn't you know it, but on our drive out of the neighborhood, we passed Stephen coming home from this training. And I didn't think he'd be home for a while longer, but there he was. And we talked him into coming with us. He thought he was going home to watch football and like put his feet up. And we were like, come on, it's going to be awesome. You should come, blah, blah, blah. He came. Not only are my persuasive skills strong, but my kids are even more persuasive than me. And it was so good to get outside and walk amidst the corn stalks and look up at the giant trees swaying in the breeze. Nature always delivers every single time. So if you're having one of those days, please get outside. I am recording this episode after having taken an amazing hike on this mountain in just down the road from me. I took a friend there who'd never hiked this mountain ever, and I was like, what? I found that out recently. I'm like, oh, I'm taking you. And so nature always delivers every time, doesn't it? It's fall right now in the northern hemisphere. The season of transformation is in full swing. There is so much change happening. It can feel hard to keep up. I mean, that's where I am right now. There are so many things going on. I have many friends who recently have had parents pass away. Again, I have a friend right now who is in the hospital, gone through a very, very challenging situation, still going through it I have people who are transitioning out of certain relationships, who are taking on new things, letting this thing go, moving into that. I mean, it's a lot. It's a lot. Are you feeling it? Yeah. And so here's what I want to say to you. Ground down and feel peace in your heart. Ground down. And it's very helpful. You can do this outside in the earth, right? Feet on the ground. Feel peace in your heart, knowing that you are strong and capable of handling all that comes your way. I guarantee you that nothing is bigger than you. You are capable of handling all that comes your way. Got it? Deep breath. Yes, yes, yes. So, something that I also love about this time of year, I love Halloween. It is my all-time favorite holiday. Love it, love it, love it. I love the energy of Halloween. In the old ways, the tradition, this is called xoJENNY. xoJENNY, you might have seen that out there. I'm going to do a whole episode on witches. FYI, get freaking pumped. Okay. And there's more to it than just witches, but witches are a big topic and an area that I'm just fascinated by and so honored to kind of be in deep connection with my womanly powers and my wisdom that we all have access to. And what I love about this time of year, Halloween, xoJENNY, it's when the veil is the thinnest. And so we have so much access to wisdom from our guides, wisdom from our ancestors, those who've gone before us. And so we can really tap into this energy, an energy also where we are creatrixes. Yeah. And so I want to give you a heads up that I am going to be leading a group of leaders through an incredible journey called Program Creatrix. If you are being called to create, launch, and lead your own transformational group programs, retreats, and or courses, I'm the person who will help you with this. Okay? And this is the only time in 2019 that I'm leading Program Creatrix. It's an incredible opportunity. And it's for those of you who want to create powerful impact and income and consistent income, recurring revenue through these transformational group experiences. So what you're going to do, make sure you're on our wait list, jennyfennig.com/lead. That's jennyfennig.com/lead. Get on the wait list for Program Creatrix. If you're listening to this after the doors have opened, then you can check out what we have. We are closing the doors at the end of October, and the journey will officially kick off on my favorite holiday, Halloween, because why not? I often will do that with my programs. I'll very much look at the dates. I'm looking at when it feels aligned for me to begin. I'm looking at the lunar cycle. I'm looking at what's going on in my family, all of it. And I'll teach you that in Program Creatrix as well. So because I know you have a lot of questions and I have a lot of answers and I have a lot of experience here, and I'm really thrilled to walk you through it. Okay, so let me tell you about today's episode. Well, we're talking about playdates and sleepovers in your business. Are you intrigued? When I was coming up with the name of this one, I was like, that's it, that's the name. And this is, you're going to hear a piece of a training I did. I've been airing these kinds of episodes recently where I've been, my team and I pull out a piece of a training that I've led, because when I'm delivering something, especially to a live audience like that, I'm just in the flow. I'm super in the zone, and there's some big gems in there that I want to get out to a wider audience. So we've pulled out a sliver, and this sliver is all about you having fun in your business. So I want to know, when was the last time you had fun in your business? Like really had some fun with the work and allowed it to feel light and flowy instead of heavy and so scripted. I want you to stop putting this off. I want you to start having more fun in business and in your everyday life, starting today. If you're the type of woman who needs a permission slip on this, well, imagine that I am giving you a pink piece of paper with your name written on it right now. Okay, it's going into your hand. Remember that back in the school days when you needed a permission slip to do things? Well, I'm giving you that permission slip, okay? This fun concept especially comes in handy when you are selling things. And I'm here to help you sell more things and have fun doing it and receive all of the goodness that comes from that. All right. So, this concept comes in handy when you're selling things and inviting people in to work with you and sign up for your creations. On this episode of Get Gutsy, you're going to hear how you can harness the energy of playdates and sleepovers in your business to attract more incredible clients you will adore. It might sound kind of crazy, this concept of playdates and sleepovers in your business, but that's where the funnest ideas come from. It's like, oh yeah, that's kind of crazy. Let's go with it. Let's do it. Oh my gosh, it's that flash of insight. So I know you're going to enjoy this episode. I'd love for you to find me on the socials, Instagram or Facebook. I tend to be most active 2 PS on Facebook on my personal page, so you can follow me there. I post a lot more there than I do on my business page, just giving you a little insight there, and you're welcome to follow me there. And tell me what you loved about this episode. What did you walk away with? What are you going to play with? All right? And I send you love. I send you love, and I look forward to you enjoying this and where we all head from here. Be well.
Are you having enough fun? Are you having enough fun? Someone in our group shared a memory of something she did as a kid where they made these like tapes and then they would dance. They did like their own radio shows and they would dance and they had such a blast, and she realized that she was having way more fun then and she was way happier then. And so when we have these realizations, it's like, okay, well, you're not dead yet. And so how could you have more fun now? How can you have more fun? Starting today. Starting today. It's not like, okay, well, I'm going to have more fun once I pay off my debt. I'm going to have more fun once I lose this weight. I'm going to have more fun once this thing happens. It's this thing in the distance, right? We keep putting it out there in the distance. But I want you to start having more fun today. Okay, so category number 5 is fun times with family and friends. And it just feels so good to play in this way. All right, I have my calendar for the rest of the week. It's like, you know, I am blessed with these children, and it's a big responsibility to raise these kids. But also my greatest gift, this thing that I've been invited to do. And I said yes to the invitation that I felt in my soul to become a mother. And later today, it's like we have a play date at our kids' friend's place. And they have a pool. And so we're like, wait, we're going to go swimming. And then tomorrow I have a play date at one of my daughter's friends. We haven't seen them in a while because they don't go to the same school anymore. And we hadn't seen them in a while. I'm like, oh my gosh. And then on Saturday, there's a birthday party for my daughter's friend, different friend. And so it's like, I've got all these fun things scheduled that I'm really excited by. And I share this play date analogy with you because this is something I shared with one of my private clients in my mastermind. We were talking about this program that she was creating and how she can really get in alignment with inviting people in. And I know many of you are mothers there and some of you are not, and it's totally cool wherever you are, but you've probably heard of this concept of a play date. And I was saying this to her, and I was like, hey, just imagine that you're inviting people over to this play date. And for those of you who have children or have been around kids, maybe you're an aunt or something like that, that you know what it's like to have your kids say to you, I want to have a play date. I want to have a play date. Or they've been invited to a play date, like, oh my God, they're so excited. And I know with my kids, when they want to have a play date or they want to have a sleepover at our house, they're just like so pumped for it, and they're not worried that this friend isn't going to want to come, or they're not going to have a good time on the play date, or they're not going to be a good host for the sleepover. They're just like, oh my God, this thing so needs to happen. It's going to be awesome. We're going to have the best time in the history of times. And like, game on. Let's just do it. Let's call them, get in touch with their parents, text them, call them, let's go. Because this is going to be the best time ever. Okay. And honestly, that is what you need to bring to your creations. That is how I think of my stuff. I'm like, we're going to have the best time ever. Yes, there are going to be some things that come up that we're going to need to deal with because That's just called life. All right. And I'm an adult. So I know that certain things come up, and typically it's your own stuff. It's your own fears. It's your own disappointments that are going to emerge that we're going to get through together, because that's what we do. But oh my God, we're going to have the best time. Okay. And so that is the energy that I want you bringing to your work, that I want you bringing out into your creation and how you put things together. That's why I know with every fiber of my being that selling is fun. That selling is fun because I have the right attitude. I know the way I'm going to help my people the deepest is to sell you something. I'm going to sell you something. I'm going to invite you into this play date, to this awesome sleepover. I mean, my retreats basically are sleepovers. Like, I have this 5-night sleepover that's going to be happening in January in Costa Rica, and we're going to have the best time ever. Like, we are going to have the best time ever. So I'm basically selling sleepovers and play dates in my business. You get it? What do you sell in your business that you can kind of harken back to some of these things that you did as a kid? Okay.
I hope you enjoyed this episode of Get Gutsy as much as I enjoyed creating it for you. Are you responsible for leading and growing your spiritual business? If so, I have a free tool for you that will help you spread your message like wildfire. It's called the Sacred Marketing Puzzle, and it's a 1-page PDF guide that simplifies the often mysterious and confusing world of marketing. When you use sacred marketing tools to amplify your message, you'll provide huge value to your tribe and grow your business. What are you waiting for? Go to jennyfennick.com/puzzle to get yours instantly. That's jennyfennick.com/puzzle. Gutsy leaders, unite.